In a cozy little cottage nestled at the edge of the whispering woods lived a little girl named Lily. Lily was known for her bright, curious eyes and a heart full of kindness. Every evening, as the sun painted the sky in shades of orange and pink, Lily would sit by her window, hoping to see something magical. One evening, as a gentle breeze rustled the leaves, Lily saw a glimmer near the old oak tree. It wasn't a firefly, and it wasn't a star. It was something she had never seen before. Quietly, she tiptoed out of her cottage and walked towards the shimmering light. There, curled up at the base of the tree, was a small creature. It had the soft, white fur of a bunny, the graceful wings of a butterfly, and gentle, glowing antlers like a tiny deer. It looked up at Lily with big, sparkling eyes. It was a flutter fawn, a magical animal from the heart of the whispering woods. "Hello," Lily whispered, her voice as soft as a feather. "Are you lost?" The flutter fawn blinked its sparkly eyes and gave a tiny nod. It seemed a little scared, but it could sense the kindness in Lily's heart. Lily sat down on the soft moss beside it. "Don't worry," she said with a warm smile. "My name is Lily. What's yours?" The magical creature couldn't speak in words, but it nudged a little flower with its nose. The flower began to glow, and a soft, chime-like sound filled the air. Lily understood. She decided to call him Glimmer. "It's getting dark. Glimmer," Lily said gently. "You can stay with me tonight. I have a warm bed and some yummy carrots." Glimmer's tiny wings fluttered with happiness. Lily carefully scooped him up in her hands. He was as light as a dandelion puff. She carried him back to her cottage, her heart thumping with excitement. Inside, the cottage was warm and inviting. A little fire crackled in the fireplace, casting dancing shadows on the walls. Lily made a small, cozy bed for Glimmer in a basket lined with her softest scarf. She placed a bowl of fresh water and a plate of crunchy carrot sticks next to it. Glimmer nibbled on a carrot and then sipped some water. He looked up at Lily, his glowing antlers casting a gentle, warm light around the room. He felt safe and happy. Lily changed into her pajamas and climbed into her bed. Glimmer, feeling brave now, hopped out of his basket and flew onto her bedside table. He curled up on a storybook, his glow like a perfect little nightlight. "Good night, Glimmer," Lily whispered, feeling a wave of sleepiness wash over her. As she closed her eyes, Glimmer's antlers began to glow a little brighter. Soft, shimmering dust, like tiny golden stars, floated down from his wings and danced in the air above Lily's bed. The dust swirled and formed pictures. Lily found herself dreaming. But this was no ordinary dream. She was flying. On her back were beautiful, shimmering wings, just like Glimmer's. She soared over the whispering woods, the moonlight guiding her way. Below, the trees looked like giant stalks of broccoli, and the river sparkled like a silver ribbon. Glimmer was flying right beside her, his chime-like sounds like happy music in the night air. They flew past sleepy owls who hooted a soft hello and waved at badgers who were just starting their nightly adventures. They followed the sparkling river until they reached a clearing bathed in moonlight. In the center of the clearing stood the most magnificent tree Lily had ever seen. Its leaves were made of silver, and glowing fruits that looked like tiny lanterns hung from its branches. This was the moon petal tree, the heart of all the magic in the woods. Fireflies danced around the tree, and other magical creatures gathered beneath it. There were tiny pixies with dewdrop wings and grumpy-looking gnomes polishing shiny river stones. They all looked up as Lily and Glimmer arrived. A wise old tortoise with a mossy shell greeted them. "Welcome, Lily," he said, his voice ancient and calm. "Glimmer has brought a friend with a pure heart." Lily landed gracefully on the soft grass. She felt a little shy, but Glimmer nudged her hand reassuringly. The creatures of the woods gathered around, curious and friendly. They showed her how the moon petal fruits pulsed with gentle light, and how the pixies collected morning dew to make the flowers bloom brighter. Lily spent what felt like hours in this magical place, playing hide-and-seek with the fox cubs and listening to the gnomes' funny stories about the rocks they had found. She learned that the Whispering Woods was a place of harmony, where every creature, big or small, had a special role. Glimmer showed her his home, a cozy nook inside the moon petal tree, where he and the other flutter fawns slept. Lily realized that Glimmer hadn't been lost. He had come to find her, to show her the magic she had always been looking for. As the first hint of dawn appeared on the horizon, the wise old tortoise spoke again. "It is time for you to return, little one. But remember, the magic of the woods is always here, and you are always welcome." Lily hugged Glimmer tightly. "Thank you for the wonderful adventure," she whispered. Holding Glimmer's tiny hoof, she felt herself being lifted into the air again. They flew back over the sleeping forest, the sky now turning a soft shade of lavender. As they reached her cottage, Lily felt a gentle pull, like waking from a beautiful dream. She opened her eyes. The morning sun was streaming through her window. Glimmer was still curled up on her storybook, his glow much softer in the daylight. Lily smiled. It hadn't been just a dream. She got out of bed and looked out the window. The world seemed more vibrant, more magical than before. She could almost see the sparkle on the dewdrops and hear the faint whispers of the trees. Lily spent the day playing with Glimmer in her garden. He would flutter among the flowers, his tiny wings making the petals dance. Lily knew that Glimmer would have to return to his home in the moon petal tree, but she wasn't sad. She knew their friendship was a special bond that distance couldn't break. That evening, as the sun began to set again, Lily walked with Glimmer back to the old oak tree. She gave him one last gentle hug. "Visit me in my dreams," she said. Glimmer touched her cheek with his soft nose, and his antlers glowed brightly one last time. Then, with a graceful flutter of his wings, he soared into the air and flew back towards the heart of the Whispering Woods, leaving a trail of faint golden sparkles behind him. Lily watched until he was just a tiny speck of light in the twilight sky. She returned to her cottage, her heart full of peace and wonder. She knew that even when she couldn't see it, magic was all around her. And every night, when Lily closed her eyes, she would often dream of flying through the starlit sky, with a very special flutter fawn named Glimmer by her side, exploring the endless wonders of the Whispering Woods. Sleep tight, little one. May your dreams be as magical as Lily's. Good night.